It's amazing to watch all these left-wing people suddenly. Bernie Sanders making a post about how Donald Trump is trying to silence independent media was the wildest fucking gaslighting I think I've ever seen from a politician. Independent media? You mean fucking CBS? You mean CBS that edited that Kamala Harris interview to make it look like she had a really good point?
Watch Joe Rogan absolutely turn on independent, he's basically a Democrat, far left socialist at that, Senator Bernie Sanders after years and years of supporting him. Guys, yeah, it is actually insane. Joe Rogan, a lot of you probably know this, but he is, I don't know, maybe not is, but for sure was for a long time, including in recent times, a huge leftist. I can just hear it, Bernie's disappointed voice right now. Joe, I can't believe what you did, Joe. Turns out you're on the side of the millionaires and billionaires after all. So disappointed. Guys, it's going to be good, so we're going to get right into it. But first, do me a big favor here. Like our video and share it around so we can keep bringing you guys this great, hard-hitting content. And as always, Patriots, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
It's amazing to watch all these left-wing people suddenly. Bernie Sanders making a post about how Donald Trump is trying to silence independent media was the wildest fucking gaslighting I think I've ever seen from a politician. Independent media? You mean fucking CBS? You mean CBS that edited that Kamala Harris interview to make it look like she had a really good point?
100%. And then I don't know if you caught Alex Soros reposting this claim that basically you have an unelected cabal wielding power. That's
you.
Yeah,
that's you, Alex. That's your dad. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think Joe saw the same thing about Bernie Sanders as evidenced by that statement he just made. Remember, Joe was a Bernie bro for a really long time. Loved the guy, talked nonstop about how good he was. More on that soon. And he even had him on his podcast, and they look like best buddies. Bernie was there saying, Joe, the billionaires, they're out of control. And Joe's like, that Joe Rogan. They were really chopping it up, but not so much today.
No, it's a very, very strange historical moment.
Also, it's like you haven't addressed any of the exposed corruption. All you're talking about is the horrors of dismantling this amazing organization. What about all the shit that they've uncovered? There's not even a counter argument. Like, no, we need to fund gender fluid dance in fucking Turkey. like, what are you talking about? We need $200 million for Starbucks Keurig cups. What?
Yeah, indeed, there are a lot of crazy things with the USAID. Check this out. Just some examples here for you guys. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia workplaces. It's American taxpayer money going. It's disgusting. $70,000 for the production of DEI musical in Ireland. Again, with the DEI. $47,000 for a trans opera in Colombia. What? It gets worse. $32,000 for a trans comic book in Peru. What on earth? None of this makes sense. And as to Rogan's question about why there are no substantive points made about the media about why they support the stuff, or rather statement, it's because they got nothing, all right? They know the stuff is bat, crazy. Bat poop, okay? That's what we'll say. It's insane. There's no argument for it. That's why they fall to saying, oh my God, you're ending everybody's life. I heard a similar argument during a certain viral outbreak that started in March of 2020, where if you don't submit to their crazy, edicts and demands, well, you're causing people to lose their lives. It's the same old type of crap. Now, lest you think I was kidding about how much of a Bernie bro and leftist Rogan was, check this out. We got the receipts. This clip right here was in 2020.
Turn into anything disastrous by the time November rolls around. I think he's going to win in a landslide. I don't see, unless Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard get together and then everybody goes, you know what, that would work. Like this is a real combination of people that I could get behind. Unless it's something like that where there's like some overwhelming candidate, but I don't see that. And they seem to be pushing for Elizabeth Warren. Turn into anything disastrous by the time November rolls around. Then they seem to be pushing for Elizabeth Warren.
Love that honorary shout out to Pocahontas right there. We love Pocahontas, folks. We really do. Just a great, beautiful young lady. And now the plot thickens even further. Lest you guys not believe me that Joe Rogan was in fact a raging leftist, check this out. I got a great compilation for you right here.
I really believe if Michelle Obama runs, she wins. She's good. She's great. She's the wife of the best president that we have had in our lifetime. I've never voted right wing in my life. I consider universal basic income a really good idea. I want free college education.
Take it easy.
Hello, Bernie.
How are you, Joe?
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I like Tulsi and I like Bernie. That's it.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody else can eat shit.
Look at you, fucking progressive.
Yeah. I think I'll probably vote for Bernie. I think he's looking out for the interests of the working people. And I think he wants people to have a better life and do better. And I'm all for that. And if that means I have to pay more in tax, like people think, oh, you're a socialist. I've heard people say that. Oh, you're a fucking socialist, bro. Like, first of all, he's not even a socialist. He's a democratic socialist. It's a different.
How is a democratic socialist different? Is it that you just simply vote your way into tyranny instead of having it being forced upon you by a dictator initially? Honest question.
Different thing. I would like to spend more in taxes if they could fix inner city communities and take these poor neighborhoods and throw a fuckload of them. Spend more, you fucking Republican piece of shit. 87% of scientists said that human activity is driving global warming. I'm very pro-choice. I'm very women's rights, civil rights, gay rights, trans rights. I'm even universal health care. Obviously, this protected status is driving me crazy. This thing that Trump's doing with children that were born in other countries and then brought over here as children, and then they're talking about deporting them. That drives me crazy.
Yeah, that's
that kind of shit. And the hard right version of that is despicable. These people that I see online, why didn't they apply for citizenship? Oh, who knows? Maybe because they're fucking 13. I don't give a fuck if they broke the law. You don't take parents and kids and separate them. You just fucking don't. You know, Lonzo?
Really? How does that make any sense? You know what the logical conclusion of what Joe Rogan just said is? It's that no matter what the crime is committed by a parent, in America, never take them to jail, never let them do jail time, prison time, etc. Well, you're separating a family, you're separating a child from their parent. It's so evil. It's so terrible. Now, I don't want to go too hard on Joe Rogan. He has come a long way, and he has done a lot to promote public discourse in the United States. So, hey, more power to him. We appreciate him.
Fucking don't. You know Lonzo?
No, who's that?
A funny comedian.
Yeah.
He goes, not all Donald Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Donald Trump supporters.
He definitely awakened that side.
But
the January 6th thing is important.
See, it is important,
And
but is it the 6 months later? It should be the ruling number one conversation of
I
journalists?
think it's really important. And one of the reasons why I think it's important because it highlights the reasons why a guy like Donald Trump is fucking dangerous. Is because a guy can incite a bunch of morons to do something really fucking stupid. But as far as trans people, some trans people listening to this, I got nothing but love for you. For everybody. And in fact, Eddie Izzard is one of my all-time favorite guests.
Oh, I love Izzard.
The right-wing thing is just an easy way to dismiss me because I'm not right-wing. I can't recommend your book, Race Matters, enough.
We went from all that saying Donald Trump is super dangerous even 6 months after January 6th, talk about a TDS overdose, to this. The great and powerful Elon Musk. If it wasn't for him, we'd be bleeped. He makes what I think to be the most compelling case for Trump here, and I agree with him every step of the way. For the record, yes, that's endorsing Trump. Enjoy the podcast. Well, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, it is just incredible. Joe Rogan has undergone quite a transformation, and so have many other people who have finally come around at last and supported Donald Trump. It is quite incredible. With all that being said, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. As always, please be sure to comment below. Let us know what you liked about the clip, what you want to see in the future, and if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys again soon. God bless.